Hello, more Bazaar. Today is patch day, patch 9.2, December 17th. It's a pretty quick one though. Honestly, my plan for today was, oh, I don't have a Bazaar video ready, but there's a patch tomorrow, so I can just cover that, you know? It's fun to talk through the patch notes. But the patch notes are this long, so there's not a ton, and a lot of it is fixes, but we're here now. I don't know. There's still some interesting stuff to talk about, but this is going to be kind of short. Once again, just text on screen. There's not a whole lot visually going on. Just check this on the background. You know the drill. Okay. Winter sale. Participating in Steam Winter Sale. Discounts will also be available to Tempo launcher users. All 5 of you. Congrats. There's a free dually skin from today, December 17th to January 6th. It's like a little dually with like a Christmas hat, I think. Yeah, here he is. So it's just, I think it's just the normal dually skin, but it stuck a Santa hat on him. But it's cute. I like it. All right. There is no localization support for Chinese, simplified Korean, German, Brazilian, Portuguese. Let's see. Untranslated text will default to English. Cool. I can now play the Bazaar in Chinese. Hell yeah. Titles. These exist. I don't know. Could you change these before? But now you can change them by just going to your profile page. Cool. I had no idea how to change these before. I wonder if I have one. Probably not. Okay. Store changes. Daily store rotation now contains 5 items instead of 1. Cool. I already bought everything, so that doesn't matter for me. This is cool. Each run now starts with Bjorn. Who is that, like a character that I just don't remember? Oh, it's this guy. It's the ice skill merchant. Each run starts with Bjorn, who is facilitating gifts in exchange between heroes. Open the package to find out which hero gave you an enchanted item. I wonder if these are not just limited to smalls. That'll be very interesting. But it's cool that they're doing another event. I wonder if it's gonna still affect ranked. I know last time they were they had to include ranked with the event. Wonder how this will work out. Not that I care, honestly. Let it affect ranked. You know, I'm not a very competitive Bazaar player, but some people were a little, I don't know. But I'm glad they're doing more events. That's really cool. Resolution support, whatever. A lot of these are kind of whatever. Again, this is going to be a quick one. Merchant discounts. All merchants have a chance to offer items at half off. This chance is rerolled independently on items being dealt and at reroll. Wow. So you could maybe just luck into a store with all half off items. That's kind of neat. Cool stuff. Pretty good for buy sell pig too, right? Assuming that, you know, you buy the item and it's not still half off. I don't think it would be, but you just buy it and then sell it for the same price. Kind of cool. Small legendary items correct an issue where their prices were halved. Good stuff. Now the what is he called? Like mysterious figure, shrouded figure. The guy who's pay 30 gold for a legendary item doesn't scam you by giving you an admiral's badge. That's nice. And then transformation of enchanted items will now prioritize transforming into items that can have that enchantment. So no more transforming, you know, like a, I don't know, I'm trying to come up with an example, like a toxic item into a rewards card. That's nice. I like that a lot. Okay, there's a lot of fixes. I'm gonna just read the ones that like actually matter. No reason to make this video longer than it has to be, right? I don't care about it. Does anyone care about, oh, deadly atmospheric sampler is now working correctly? Okay. All right. Mamasaur now doubles damage from destroyed before dealing damage. So she's a bit better now. That's nice. You know, it's like how Atlas Stone always does double damage, technically. Or to word that better, a 150 Atlas Stone is actually going to do 300 when it hits. Poppy Field, correct an issue where this was doing 75, 100% instead of 50%, 100 of opponent poison. And also they fixed Shiny Poppy Field. Someone pointed out to me that apparently all Shiny Poppy Field was double poison. It did not actually double the damage bonus. So that run was not as cool as I thought it was. Whatever. But now it works for next time, right? Shiny Strength Potion now doubles crit duration. Good change. Previously this was just multicast, and what was the point? There was no point. And then Wristwear. Icy now conforms the rest of enchants and triggers off adjacent shield item use. So pretty good if you can get it, you know, just hit Icy. Duh. But you play this with like an igloo build, maybe? I don't know. It wouldn't trigger off the igloo, right? It's not like a passive infinite. Dude, pretty cool with an igloo. Or you just run it with like, you know, a sponsored apparel and do a bunch of free, or no, not sponsored apparel. I gotta remember that Wrist Warrior is on adjacent shield item activating. But you know, there's cool stuff to do with. You do like a Jort's Infinite. There you go. And then miscellaneous, numerous other minor tooltip and enchantment fixes. One thing I did notice is fungal spores is not mentioned in here. So you can still do that passive infinite question mark. I don't know. I guess if they change it, it's not really a fix. Maybe that's why it's not included. I feel like it should be whatever. Like there's a lot of like I get making patch notes, it's hard. They maybe don't want to include everything, right? But I don't know. It's like maybe the switchblade toxic nerf could be I don't know. Maybe that'd be like too much. Probably. Maybe they could just chuck it on at the end. Super technical changes. Anyway, sorry, I'm just yapping now. Everlasting life. This is when you heal or gain regen, gain like 5 max HP, or it was 20. This limit, where it was like the first 5, 10, 15, I believe, was tied to friends, like friend activations instead of healing. So it went infinite if you didn't play any friends, which no one really playing it used friends at all, except like maybe Pig with Bert. Yeah, it was very stupid for a while. Like clockwork, I think this is the most interesting change. I thought the skill was just supposed to be disabled. If you don't know what the skill is, I don't blame you. It hasn't been in the game for like, I feel like it's nearly been a year. Anyway, really, I thought it was just supposed to be removed. Anyway, this is when you level up your weapons, gain 5, 10, 15. This is the old version, to be fair. Maybe it got changed with its reintroduction. Maybe, I don't know. But what it was when it did exist is when you level up your weapons, gain 5, 10, 15, 20 damage. If you have a weapon core, double this. This is a really good skill. You play this with like crit core, and you just chuck a bunch of weapons on your board, you'll be doing pretty good. Getting a bronze strength every time you level up is not nothing. I remember it. I don't know. It's weird because I don't remember it being that strong, but when I look at it now, I'm like, oh, that's really good. Plus 20 damage every time you level. That's not bad. At silver, I mean, you know. Anyway, playing with fire, correct an issue where this target a random item instead of rightmost. Cool. Vengeance. This is the left and rightmost item have CDR. It has finally been fixed to actually target items with cooldown. I thought it was just intentional at this point also. Cool. All right, encounter changes. These are the most impactful changes. I think like clockwork is gonna do quite a bit, but the rest of this is kind of, you know, whatever. Kiro no longer spawns on day 1. Thank fucking God. I am so sick of seeing him. He's cool otherwise. I just don't want to see that guy day 1. Okay. Family reunion. This is Stell's unique encounter. Except the deal now gives 10 gold instead of 2 income, has the chance to spawn Tantius Carrier. Yeah, so this is the, you can fight this fight which has Tantius Carrier, or you can get now 10 gold and a vehicle. Oops, sorry, that was focused kind of weird, but yeah. All right. Jules Cafe option here will now allow her to change her stoves to coolers or her coolers to stoves instead of granting 10 gold. Interesting. That's a lot less money she'll be making, but I do like that change because it's, you can now pivot a bit easier now. Yeah, I've had a lot of times where I'm like, ah, man, I wish I went free like coolers when I'm playing like freezer all of a sudden. Good change. I like that a lot. I've seen people like asking to be able to just move them. I feel like, I don't know, that kind of ruins the fun of it. I would like a randomize option. I think that would be kind of fun, but this works too. That's a cool change. Doesn't really fix the one issue I think you can run into on Jules where like 2 of your coolers will just be right next to each other and it's really gross. But it's all right. Slawmore, this is the slow skill guy. Now spawns for Mac. Cool, I guess. I don't know, you get like the slow gain crit on bone, it'd probably be all right. And you know, there's a couple slow skills that are all right too. Yeah, some of these are right. You know, you get like slow burn on a calcinator, creeping toxins on retort. Righty tighty's pretty good. Creeping chill, temporal strike. I don't know, is there any like crazy weapons on Mac though? Maybe not temporal strike. A lot of these are kind of whatever though. It's like slow and steady on a bone build. That's nothing. Don't do that. Alright, and then the final change, Valpak spawns on all days now, always offers an item at half off instead of buying bronze items for additional gold. Okay change. I kind of miss... I was coming around on Valpak. I hate him because he's just JJ but cooler, and JJ is my fucking guy. He is still just JJ but cooler. Oh man. No, but also I like Valpak a lot because it was very nice to just hold on to like a bunch of bronze trash and then know that you could get most of your money back early. But I guess it's kind of gone now. You'll have to do it at Barcoon, I guess, and then the other, specific size shops. All right, well, that's all for this patch. Sorry, it's a bit short. I don't know. I just, like, when I heard that they were doing a patch, I was like, oh, like one of the big patches, because it's been like they don't very often do these tiny patches. But I guess today was one of those days. I gambled and I lost. Oh, hey, wait, look at this. This was an item that was just posted on the Bazaar Discord. It's like a garden, and I think it's jewels. We know nothing else about it. I'm really just like scratching for anything to talk about, man. I feel like this video is too short. But yeah, kind of neat. Cool to see that they're, still making new items. I'm glad Jules is getting some stuff next. I think ideally I'd want Stella and Jules to get a bit more items. That'd be nice. Anyway, I've been yapping long enough. I mean, no, I haven't. It's so short. I'm sorry. I don't know. Should I even post this? Whatever. It's a short one. Tomorrow, regular Bazaar will resume. Thank you very much for watching, though. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. If you want to help me out, consider leaving a like. Helps with algorithm stuff. See ya.